Alright, Archero 2, we've got ourselves a couple of new etch runes, and I know what you're thinking, just like anything that gets added into the game, it must be incredibly overpowered and better than everything else. And unfortunately, that's not the case on this one here. Still, there is some uses for these, but I really think when it comes down to it, these are going to be third etch rune slots, depending on what you're using for the other ones. Now let's talk about the Swordstrike Aerie first. This is going to be one of those things when you unlock it, hopefully you get it at Epic. And now number one, you're going to have better chances of getting sword strike skills, similar to the other sword etch rune, but now you'll have a 25% chance to launch a mini sword out. And this will be doing half the damage. Still, it feels like the Swordstrike split is still the better option out of the two, and still out of all of these things, the Arrow of the Echoes is still going to be the best etch rune you could get. Now I know there is still some sword users out there, and nothing wrong with that. That's what you like to use, go at it. It can be powerful, but I like to use other things instead because I think they're more powerful. But the way I would probably say this is if you are a sword user, use the Arrow of Echoes in the first one, use the Swordstrike split in the second slot, and then finally this new one here, put it in the third slot. I've never been one that was too big on using the sword strike skills. Like I said, I know people out there that use them, they love them, but for me, it just doesn't seem like this is anything I'm going to be using at any point in the game. But the Sprite Assist, this is one that I might actually end up using here. And once again, this is not a first or second slot piece of etch rune. This is also going to be a third slot one. Now this would be at the epic rarity. Once you go and have this, any of your, say, sprites out there will have a 40% chance to go and attack again. And that 40% is a lot better than the 25%. However, once you get this thing to legendary, 80% sounds pretty nice. Once again, I would be doing Arrow of Echoes in the first slot, the Sprite's Awe in the second slot, and then finally this new one here, put that in the third slot. But even with having this thing only at Epic, I actually kind of really like this. I mean, you can see the melee one here, the stomping on the ground, you can kind of see that double proc on it. And it seems like if you do build a lot around sprites with really any of these, you should be building all your sword runes and all your sprite runes in the other ability and even enhancement slots. But I think once I go and get that third slot open, that might be the route I'm gonna go, switch from my orbs over to the sprites and just kind of see how far I can push with this. With any of these, it really is going to rely on which skills you get. The more sprites you have, the better you're going to do with that. And trying to find that balance between getting your things like Tracking Eye and Diagonal or even Multi-Shot while still picking up some of these can be a little tricky. But not what I was really expecting on this. I thought these things were going to be really strong, maybe even put them in comparison with the Arrow of Echoes, but it didn't seem like that's what they were going after. It seems like they're more just kind of trying to make little tweaks here and there to bring some of the stuff that people aren't using up closer to what the Oracle set can do. So I guess let me know what you guys think of this. Are you using these? Did you grab them already? Are you gonna grab them? And if you want to know all about the 4-player co-op that's gonna be coming, I believe, next week, take a look at this video right here. Thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.